Buenos dias and ahoy. Welcome back to Ameriknížky, a series of beloved American books by beloved American authors. At the American Center in Ústí nad Labem, we try to give voices to people whose voices have been silenced in the course of history. Minority voices, indigenous voices, women's voices. This month, we're going to be, for Indigenous Peoples Month, talking more about authors who have indigenous roots. These two stories have a personal connection for me. I am from Spokane, Washington, originally. Spokane is named for a tribe of Native Americans, or American Indians. The Spokane tribe has a long history in the region of the Pacific Northwest. And these two books are by Sherman Alexie, who is a member of the Spokane Nation. The book, The Lone Ranger and Tonto Fist Fight in Heaven, is a memoir, and the book 10 Little Indians is a collection of 9 short stories based on people that Sherman Alexie knew. He is a fiction author and a poet, and he has written these 2 collections of short stories, and it's full of what he knows. He writes about the Spokane area, the Spokane Native Americans, and events that have happened in Spokane history. Here's what he says about the reason why he writes. I write books for teenagers because I vividly remember what it felt like to be a teen facing everyday and epic dangers. I don't write to protect teenagers. It's far too late for that. I write to give them weapons in the form of words and ideas that will help them fight their monsters. Alexie's characters show the struggles of identity as a Native American in the modern world, as well as the reality of growing up on an Indian reservation. 10 Little Indians is a collection of 9 short stories about natives who face crises of identity in different capacities. For instance, William, a Spokane native who is terrified of flying, takes a taxi to the airport and strikes up a conversation with a taxi driver who is from Ethiopia. These 2 characters share their experiences as minorities in the United States. William asks the black Muslim taxi driver at one point, the taxi driver being named Fedaku, "How have things been for you since September 11th? "Ah, good question, sir. It's been interesting. Because people think I'm black, they don't see me as a terrorist, only as a crackhead addict on welfare. So I am a victim of only one misguided idea about who I am." William responds, "We are all trapped by other people's ideas, aren't we?" The Lone Ranger and Tonto Fist Fight in Heaven is a collection of short stories from Alexie's own life, not based on fiction. He shares a memory of a fist fight that he watched when he was in the 6th grade. He describes his soon-to-be first and best friend, who taught me the most valuable lesson of living in the white world. Always throw the first punch. Alexie also shares the wisdom of a Native mother, a Spokane mother, sending her son off to his first day of kindergarten. For the rest of your academic life, whenever any teacher tells you that Columbus discovered America, I want you to run up to him or her, jump on his or her back, and scream, "I discovered you!" He also shares a story from his school dance in the 9th grade. We start school dances early in the United States. I passed out during a slow song. As my white friends revived me and prepared to take me to the emergency room, where doctors would later diagnose my diabetes, the Chicano, Mexican American, teacher ran up to us. "Hey, what's that boy been drinking? I know all about those Indian kids. They start drinking early." Sharing dark skin doesn't necessarily make 2 men brothers. I encourage you to get to know Sherman Alexie, the Pacific Northwest, and the experience of being a Native American growing up in the 20th century. Check out his books, The Lone Ranger and Tonto Fist Fight in Heaven, and 10 Little Indians. And as always, keep reading, my friends. Nerds conquer the world.